What's going on, everyone? Happy NFL Sunday. I'm back in the studio here in Las Vegas. I haven't quite gotten into the NFL games just yet. I'm just getting in from church, but I will be in just a few minutes. But I want to recap some college football action on yesterday and talk about how the college football playoff outlook looks right now. And I know on this Tuesday night, they will release their first college football preliminary brackets if the season ended today. Obviously, number one will be Ohio State, right? Now, they haven't really had a tough schedule. I mean, they beat Texas week one, and they beat a lot of cupcakes since then. But Julian Sain, the quarterback, has gotten better as the season has gone along. But they're doing what they're supposed to be. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're dump trucking everybody that they're playing, right? And this team is still special. They got two elite wide receivers in Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate, right? And then their defense has got a lot of studs as well with Styles and Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese. So this team is the legitimate number one team. We just haven't really seen them play the tough competition yet, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. So they're number one. Indiana, right? Not a lot of big names other than the quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. They're extremely well coached. They're a disciplined ball club. Their defense is a lot better than teams give them credit for. So they will be the number two seed as of right now. And number three, a team that a lot of people are not talking a lot about, but this is the legitimate football team, Texas A&M. Marcel Reed is one of the best quarterbacks in college football that no one has talked about. Mike Elko's got this team playing physical on both sides of the line of scrimmage. This is a legitimate football team, so look out for Texas A&M. Number four, Alabama. They lost week one against Florida State, but they have been special since then, and they're starting at the quarterback position with them and Ty Simpson. Look, he has made himself into a top five pick in this year's draft if he decides to come out. He's been special. They're playing well on both sides of the line of scrimmage in the trenches. The offensive, defensive lines have been outstanding. So watch Bama. They look to be back. Number five, Georgia. Hey, look, I mean, that was a bad call on that catch, or it was supposed to be a catch for Florida, and maybe that game would have had a different outcome. But they just keep finding ways to win in the fourth quarter. Nothing special about this team, but they just keep finding the ways to win. They're not as talented as they've been in years past. I mean, they have talent, but they're not as talented and deep as they've been in years past. So we'll see how long Georgia stays in that position at five. Number six, Oregon. Arguably one of the best young quarterbacks in the country, and Dante Moore. I like Sadiq, the tight end, as well. I mean, so they're loaded. They got a good edge rusher as well on this football team. DJ Uglier's son. I'm sorry, younger brother, not son. He's been special at the edge rusher position from Oregon. So they're number six and still competing in that Big Ten. Number seven, Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin is probably one of his best coaching jobs. Shamlis is a true find at the quarterback position, and they're a lot better on defense than they're getting credit for as well. Number eight, BYU, right? They're undefeated, and they're going to be playing for a chance to win for the Big 12 and get the automatic spot. They got a big game. I'll talk about that one against Texas Tech in a little bit. And speaking of Texas Tech, they're number nine. You know, historically, Texas Tech has been a finesse ball club, right? But this is a physical Texas Tech football team. They're running the ball really well. They're playing really good defense. So this is really unique going back to the days when they had Cliff Kingsbury, Patrick Mahomes, when they threw the ball all over the field. But this is a physical Texas Tech ball club. Number 10, Notre Dame. They've won six in a row since losing their first two games. And their running back they have, Jeremiah Love, is special. CJ Carr is growing at the quarterback position weekly, right? So they're doing some really good stuff as well. And then, of course, number 11, Oklahoma, they just went on the road to beat Tennessee on last night. Big time win for them. So they're holding on in number 11 spot. Number 12, the group of five automatic bid looks to be Memphis. They got a big home game this Friday night against Tulane, which I expect them to win on that matchup. And so let's look into some other games. We talked about BYU at Texas Tech. Some early preliminary predictions for next weekend. Obviously, I like Memphis over Tulane. And then when you look at Texas Tech hosting BYU, I'm going to go with Texas Tech at home. Obviously, if this game was in Utah and Provo, I would pick BYU. But I'm going to pick the physicality nature of this Texas Tech team. I think they win at home in that one. And then, of course, you have LSU going on the road against Alabama. Obviously, a lot of turmoil with LSU right now. Just fired their coach, Brian Kelly. So I like Alabama to win that one. I like for them to win big. I think it's going to be 13, 14 points. Although I'm rooting for my brother Frank Wilson, right? St. Aug alum. but I'm picking Alabama to win in that matchup. And then the last one, Texas A&M on the road against Missouri next weekend. Texas A&M coming off a bye week after blowing out LSU on last week. I expect them to go to Missouri. Missouri's a good football club, but I expect them to go to Missouri and win on next week. And I'm going to go 30-20. I'm going to go with Texas A&M in that matchup. And then I'm going to close out here with some NBA action here on today. Obviously, here in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls 5-0 to start the season, right? They get excellent play from Josh Giddey, the point guard from Australia, right? And then Nikola Vucevic, right? He's playing phenomenal in the paint. So they have a really good 1-2 punch, and they've been a pleasant surprise. We'll see if they can keep this going because they wasn't a team that we were picking at the top of the Eastern Conference, but 5-0 so far. Some predictions in the NBA today. My Pelicans going on the road against the Thunder. The Thunder is going to be without Chet Holmgren and more than likely going to be without Jalen Williams. I'm still picking the Thunder just because they're well coached. They're deep. I'd like for them to beat the Pelicans. The Pelicans are still working out some rotation issues, and we don't know how much longer Willie Green is going to stay as the head coach of the Pelicans. They had two very bad losses this past week, at home to the Celtics and on the road to Denver. They competed against the Clippers on Friday night, but I still like the Thunder in that matchup. And then, of course, you got the Miami Heat against the LA Lakers. Of course, a lot of Lakers fans here in Vegas. Lakers playing well, obviously without LeBron James, Austin Reeves stepping up. Luka has been Luka. I'm picking the Lakers at home to win in that matchup. All right, everyone, let's wrap up this clip. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We get to these NFL games. Hopefully you do the same. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Be blessed.